Did you know that in Call of Duty Warzone, at this location on the map, you can find this? So this fridge inside of a bomb crater is almost certainly a reference to Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, where Indy escaped a nuclear blast by hiding inside of a refrigerator. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Video Game Easter Eggs, the series where we cover some of the best Easter eggs found in video games. As always, if you think you know of an Easter egg that I'm yet to cover, then let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to check it out. Oh, and don't forget to leave a like on this video, and if you do, I'll stop looking through your window at night. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. Right, let's begin today's video with the Eggcellent Hi-Fi Rush. Now, we've covered loads of Hi-Fi Rush Easter eggs and details on this channel already, but just when I think I'm done with the game, you guys suggest even more cool things to find. First up is an Easter egg that references the Hi-Fi Rush developers themselves. At various locations on the map, you can find a snail just chilling out. This snail is actually part of the Tango Gameworks logo, and has featured in Tango's previous games, including the Eggcellent Evil Within. Oh, and speaking of the Evil Within, when exploring the museum, you can find this. So you can find another snail, though this one doesn't hang around for too long as it gets sucked into a mirror. This is of course another reference to the Evil Within, and its safe rooms which you could enter using a mirror. The song that you can hear playing in the background in Hi-Fi Rush is Claire de Lune, the same song heard in the Evil Within's safe rooms. Next up is the Easter egg packed Goat Simulator 3. Now, one of the many points of interest in Goat Sim 3 is an in-game version of Comic-Con called CosCon. This convention is home to tons of references, including nods to the Persona series, Pokemon, Kingdom Hearts, The Simpsons, and even Captain America, who has been renamed to Captain Yankee to avoid a phone call from Disney's lawyers. Well, in the centre of this convention, you can find this. So you can pick up and use Sergeant Yankee's shield, which, much like Captain America's shield, will ricochet off of objects before returning to your goat. Up next is Hogwarts Legacy. Now, I'm sure that Hogwarts Legacy is full of callbacks to the films and books. I mean, that is kind of the whole point of a licensed game. However, the Easter eggs that I've decided to share today aren't related to the Harry Potter universe at all. Well, one of them kind of is, but we'll get to that later. First up, when exploring the northern part of the map, you can find this. Yep, it's a sword stuck in a bonfire, which is of course a reference to the Dark Souls series. Now, I'm only level 13 in Hogwarts Legacy, so maybe I'm not powerful enough yet, but try as I might, I couldn't light the bonfire. If anyone could tell me what I'm doing wrong here, it would be greatly appreciated. The other Hogwarts Legacy Easter egg is a tribute to an actor from the Harry Potter movies that has sadly passed away. Just outside of Hogwarts, you can find this. So this gravestone can be found behind Hagrid's hut. Hagrid had a pet hippogriff called Buckbeak, and a hippogriff can be seen on the gravestone. Now, I could be wrong here, but this is probably a tribute to Robbie Coltrane, the actor who played Hagrid in the movies, who sadly died in 2022. If this really is a tribute to Coltrane, and like I said, I think it is, then expect to see similar Easter egg tributes to other Harry Potter actors and actresses who have died since the movies ended, including the brilliant Alan Rickman who played Professor Snape. Now, in the previous episode of this series, we found out that attacking a chicken in Samurai Jack the Shadow of Aku would cause it to grow in size before attacking Jack. Well, it turns out that the Shadow of Aku wasn't the only game based off of a cartoon that was home to giant aggressive chickens. Scooby-Doo and the Spooky Swamp is an action-adventure game that was released in 2010. Like most licensed games released at that time, the Spooky Swamp was nothing to write home about. But it did have one very cool Easter egg. If you attack a chicken, this will happen. So much like Shadow of Aku, the angry chicken will grow in size before defeating Scooby or Shaggy in one hit. Oh, and on the off chance that any of you have a copy of Scooby-Doo and the Spooky Swamp lying around and want to try this for yourself, actually hitting the chickens is a lot harder than it looks, so good luck. Now, this next Easter egg either references an ad for a mobile game or is just a reused asset. I'll let you guys decide. In Internet Cafe Simulator 2, if you head to the room behind the bar, you can find this guy. So this dapper looking gentleman is the same guy seen in the Mafia City ads. Those ads, particularly the "That's How the Mafia Works" ads, were the stuff of meme dreams. Now, if I'm being honest, this probably is just a case of reused assets, but I couldn't resist the chance to take a trip down memory lane and watch those old Mafia City ads just one more time. Right, let's end today's video with the Dead Space remake. Now, the 2023 Dead Space is a pretty faithful remake of the original Dead Space, though there are of course new things to find if you explore the Ishimura's endless corridors. One room that's in the remake that wasn't in the original game is the break room, though don't expect this to be a place where you can chill out. Inside the break room is what appears to be a summoning circle, which on a ship full of undead monsters probably isn't the best idea. Well, to use the circle, you need to input special codes using either a melee or a stomp. One of the codes that you can enter is this. So something definitely happened, but it's not immediately apparent what that thing was. Well, looking to the floor, you can find an audio log which will play this.
There once was a ship from the sea, the Ishimura USG. She cracked on moon with gravity. Go me bully boys, go. Huh. Soon may the Callion come to save our souls and take us home. One day when the fixing is done, we'll take our leave and go. 3 years she served her tour, 30 planets cracked and poor. The captain called no fly and swore he'd take that mucker in tow. Huh. Soon may the Callion come to save our souls and take us home. One day when the fixing is done, we'll take our leave and go. La da 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 da. Before the ship could set on home, tragedy struck and the colonies are gone. The old red marker done them wrong and brought the miners low. Huh. Soon may the Callion come to save our souls and take us home. One day when the fixing is done, we'll take our leave and go. The ghouls aboard a mystery spoke of immutology. The captain swore he'd keep his creed and drag his crew down so. Huh. Soon may the Callion come to save our souls and take us home. One day when the fixing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Yup, it's a sea shanty about the USG Ishimura. There are other codes that you can enter here, including one to get 2 free nodes, but this was the coolest one I found. If you want to try this for yourself, I'll leave a list of known codes in the description. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then leaving a like is really appreciated. If you are a fan of Easter eggs and secrets in video games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.